Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another vlog. So yeah, this is the first video of 2025 and I hope everyone is doing well. I'm not doing too bad. But yeah, the reason why I haven't done the video as soon as I would have liked was because I had to get a new computer. The screen on the other one went, even though I had it for like 2 years, near enough. But yeah, the screen just went black on it. I'm like, this is frustrating. So I had to sort myself out a new computer. So I've pretty much had to install near enough everything that I originally had again. So yeah, it meant I had to put OBS on the computer again. So yeah. So I don't know if the quality is any better or worse than it is. Because I mean, I've not long just got the new computer. It's the same model as my previous one, though this one is a slightly larger screen. The other one was 21 inch. This is a 23.5 inch, so an extra 2.5 inches. It's not really a big deal, but for some people love those extra 2.5 inches. But we're not going there, it's a different subject. So yeah, my computer is a Lenovo. I can't exactly remember the model name of it, but all I know is it's a Lenovo. And I've got a brand new computer which is fully working. I don't know how the other one it just went on me, so yeah, so I had to fork out quite a bit of money, unfortunately. So yeah, and if I'm looking a bit red in the face, that's because I just had like a spicy chicken burger for dinner, so yeah. And that's it, my face is looking a bit red because I mean, I know it was a spicy chicken burger, I had a bit of sauce on it, may have had a bit too much on it, and I'm paying the price for it, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, my tongue was on fire before, so yeah. I know it was a chicken burger, it was a McSpicy from McDonald's. Sometimes when you have it, it's not that spicy, and other times it can like absolutely blow your head off. But yeah, as I say, the spice on it is completely different some weeks. So that's that. But yeah, I'm back. New computer. All is good. Hopefully. So we'll just do that. But yeah. So yeah, we've had, two legendary people have passed away in the last few days. I mean, on what day was it? I think... Where are we? Yeah, the 18th. I think it was the 16th of January, which was Thursday. Yeah, we lost the film director David Lynch. Yeah, obviously the guy known for making films like Eraserhead, The Elephant Man, and Mulholland Drive. But I mean, I've never seen Mulholland Drive, but I know I heard it's a bit of a cult classic, and a lot of people seem to like that one. Yeah, I've seen The Elephant Man, which is a very hard watch. Great film with John Hurt. Eraserhead, never seen it, but I do know of it. I know it's a favourite of a lot of people. And of course, he directed one of the greatest TV shows of all time in Twin Peaks. So yeah, I was quite sad about that, but I think he was in ill health anyway before his passing. Yeah, so yeah, 78 years old. Yeah. And then last night I was absolutely devastated. We lost one of the greats of football, and this is a Manchester United great. You know me, I'm a Liverpool fan, but you got to be honest with you. Yeah, this one truly shocked me, but unfortunately he'd been battling with dementia, and that is of course the sad loss of Denis at the age of 84. So it means that he's now reunited up in heaven with George Best and Bobby Charlton, part of the Busby Babes of Manchester United. Yeah, those three players were the reason why they won the European Cup back in 1968. Yeah, one of the greatest players ever, one of the best players for Scotland. And yeah, he also played for Man City, and everyone knows that the back heel goal he scored against United at Old Trafford in '74 to relegate them. which of course he scored, but I know he was devastated when he did that because of what he had achieved for Man United. Yeah, because he was winning league titles with them back in the mid to late 60s. But yeah, it's a shame to hear like these footballers of that age pass away. I mean, I'm not saying it's unexpected because, I mean, to be fair, I mean, the dementia is a nasty thing. I once wished that upon my worst enemy. So, yeah, that's really that. So, yeah, we lost. So, yeah, a sad loss for, well, sad loss in general, yeah. Yeah, we lost him and obviously film director David Lynch. I know there was some actress who passed away, I can't think of her name. But no, she was like 95 years old. Yeah, I can't think, but yeah, no, it's a sad time. So anyway. But yeah, we're moving on from that. I mean, obviously I'm sending my condolences to their close friends and family, so that's all I can really say. But yeah, we'll move on. Because of how much money I had to spend on getting a new computer, I've only had the chance for one pickup only, and this is a game for the PlayStation 1. I'm not sure if it was a game me and my brother had back in the day, or was one of those ones that we borrowed off a neighbour or a friend. I can't remember, but I definitely do remember playing this. And it's a game by Konami. I mean, it's not Metal Gear Solid and it's not Silent Hill because I already have those games. But this is an absolute classic. Not that expensive a game of a game to pick up. And this is also released on Platinum Disc as well, but I know the one I bought is the original Black Label one. But honestly, I'm not bothered if it's a Black Label game or a Platinum release. All I want to do, I just buy a game because I want to play it. And yeah, and that is an International Track and Field. But yeah, I like these sorts of games. Like obviously there's like the old Track and Field game from the 80s here in the arcades. The old 2D one from Konami. And obviously it got like ports like the micros, like the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum. But yeah, all this game is it's like Track and Field, but it's in 3D for what it is. The thing is, I'm not sure if this was just a PS1 game or if this was originally an arcade title that was ported to the PlayStation. I'm not sure, but either way, it's a great game. And it's an early release as well, 1996. But yeah, I sort of like these old school like sports games like that. Not just your FIFAs or your International Superstar Soccers and all that lot. But yeah, I sort of just like Olympic style games. But yeah, it's got like your traditional events like the 100 meters, the pole vault, the javelin. Though Lily Phillips prefers the spam javelin variant. Yeah, she prefers the spam javelin. Yeah, if you know, you know. But yeah, this is a classic. It is fun. Though it's one of those games like it's a proper button basher, so you have to like press the X button or circle as rapidly as you can to like. I mean, yeah, it honestly it destroys your thumbs. But saying that, you had Daley Thompson's Decathlon for the Spectrum and Commodore 64, and those games absolutely destroyed your wrist, and probably keyboards as well if you press the same buttons repeatedly. Yeah, so yeah, one of those games that you have to get your fucking wanking hand ready at. That's if you're one of those weirdos. I wouldn't do that. Get help. But yeah. It's one of those. It's these old games where it absolutely destroys your wrist, and then you won't be able to pick up a pen for quite a few hours or even a few days if you're too vigorous. Okay, that's enough. It's The thing is, I'm trying. It's weird. I'm trying to make it not sound weird, but it's still going to be weird regardless. Sometimes you can't describe things better than that. You can try to think of ways, but it's still going to sound dodgy regardless. So you've got to just get on with it. But yeah, I just fancied a sports game of some sort. I didn't know what console to get it on. I didn't know what console to buy a sports game for, so I thought, you know what, I'll just go for the console I hold nearest and dearest, which is of course the PlayStation 1. So then that was it. So yeah, I think I paid about, how much was it? About £8. I mean, I'm quite happy with the condition with it, though I will say that the hinge on it the hinges is a bit broken, but to be honest with you, I'm not one of these people that expect the games to be in minty fresh condition. I mean, obviously I don't want games to be like battered or destroyed or anything like that, but I just want a game where I feel as if it's in a good enough condition. You know, I don't want minty fresh, because obviously they cost a bit more. If you're willing to pay those extra prices, then go ahead. It's not my money at the end of the day. So that's the only pickup I've got. So yeah, and obviously now we'll move on to we'll talk about my football club, Liverpool. I mean, obviously, if you don't want to listen to the football, you can skip this part. But that is why I put chapters on my video, so you can always skip to like the next subject matter. Which I think, so I'm not being horrible. I wish more people would put chapters in the video, so you get like a timestamp, so you can click on the subjects that you're more interested in over the ones that you're probably not as bothered about. I'm not saying you have to do it, but I'm just saying it just makes things just a little bit easier. So that's that. So yeah, we'll talk about Liverpool. So yeah, we're currently top of the Premier League, and we are. I'm trying to think how many points we are ahead of Arsenal. I think we're currently 4 points ahead of them at the moment, but saying that, we have an extra game in hand, because in December it was, yeah, the Merseyside derby was postponed, so we're then playing Everton on the 11th of February. It's like that. So it means we have to like continue playing our other games through that point. Had we have played Everton and beaten them, we'd have probably been 7 points ahead of Arsenal. But just because we're top of the table doesn't mean that I'm getting too giddy about it, because like I say, the season is not over, but you have these people just writing the season off already. I'll just hand the title to Liverpool. Hey, if we win the league, fantastic. But the thing is, we're just as capable as any other football team in the league. We're just as capable as every other team to drop points, which obviously you don't want to drop points, but it's not to say that you can't you can't lose, because we've lost once in the league to Nottingham Forest earlier on at Anfield. Yeah, it was their first win at Anfield since 1969. But yeah, and then I was over top of the league, but recently our form has been a bit questionable. And yeah, on the January, well, no, we're still in January. I mean, earlier on this month we played Man United at home in a game that, I've got to be honest with you, we were very, very fortunate not to have lost that. They were absolutely all over us. And I'm noticing the stand to play a bit better under Ruben Amorim since he got rid of Erik ten Hag. I mean, they're still not in a good position, obviously not. But, like I said, I mean, United at the moment are 12th in the Premier League. They were 15th very briefly Maybe they were 15th very briefly. But I do think Amarim's trying to like set a standard that had not been seen at Old Trafford in quite a while, actually. I know I should be praising them because obviously they're my least favourite team. But sometimes you got to give credit where it's due, and honestly, they're starting to play a bit better. I mean, it's still going to be a rough season for them because, like, it's transitional. Like, we had to go through a transitional period. Liverpool, after Rafa Benitez left, some of the football we had before Jurgen Klopp was absolutely atrocious. So, yeah. But yeah, it was one of those games that it finished 2-2 at Anfield. Though Maguire, he missed an absolute sitter. And it was pretty much the final kick of the game. Imagine if he'd have scored that. Oh my goodness. I mean, obviously, us Liverpool fans, we'd be pretty pissed off, as you can imagine. But they were up for it, They were more up for it than we were. So that was that. Then we played Tottenham in the League Cup semi-final. The first leg, which we lost 1-0, so a pretty disappointing game in all honesty. And it probably could have been about 3 or 4-0 to Spurs. I don't know, we just didn't seem our usual selves. We were just a bit off the pace. And we were again off the pace the other night against Forest at the City ground. And Forest, wow, absolutely fantastic. They're currently third in the Premier League. And was I expect them to be as high as they are? Absolutely not. Same with Liverpool. But Nottingham Forest in third, just absolutely incredible. And this is the sort of football that probably hasn't been seen at the City ground since the days of Brian Clough. It just shows you they've got an identity. Whether they can keep up this incredible form through the rest of the season, I don't know. I hope they do. And there's some people who reckon that Nottingham Forest, could go on to win the Premier League. That would be absolutely mad. They've not won the league title since 1978. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely incredible. And yeah, we played them. Chris Wood made it 1-0 to Forest. And then obviously in the second half, Diogo Jota came off the bench, scored the equaliser with his head. But I tell you what, that game could have ended. I'm not joking. It could have ended in a win for Forest. Yeah, I've got to praise them and also call out my team for not being as comfortable as we should. People say, but your players are tired and all that lot. Well, you can use that same argument for all the other 19 Premier League teams. It's as simple as that. I know I hate the way people have to make excuses to defend poor performances. If I say it's a poor performance, it's a poor performance. And then you get these people who just won't have it. We'll just blame the referee. Yeah, but you can't blame the referee all the time. Yeah, don't be Arsenal. Do not be Arsenal. I mean, I'm not saying that all Arsenal fans are like that, but there are a few in their fan base who would blame the referee for their poor performances instead of stepping up when it fucking matters. They didn't step up against Man United in the FA Cup, did they? They were down to 10 men, and they played far better with 10 men than they did with 11, and they beat them on penalties. Though in my opinion, they could have easily beaten them in normal time 2-1, but the referee in that game, believe it or not, the referee was trying to help Arsenal. They gave him a dodgy penalty that wasn't deserved, and it backfired on them. So that's it. The referee. That's it. Referees don't always help. If anything, yeah, it's an example that referees. It shows you an example that you cannot rely on referees. You cannot. And like I say, obviously people who are getting gassed up say, we're back. Our team are back. It's funny that you always hear people say, yeah, our team is back. Then you go and fucking lose. What, back to losing ways? Yeah, probably, but I know people just using excuses to defend the poor performances. Listen, I didn't accept it at all under like Brendan Rodgers, Roy Hodgson. I didn't accept it then. So I'm sorry. I mean, big clubs like, well, big English clubs like United, Liverpool, Arsenal. You could debate Man City because of the money, but they're a big club. Whether you like the methods or not, they're a big club, even though they're not playing like one. But yeah, big clubs like that, just the standards for clubs like that should be high. They should be high. If you've seen your club win league titles, Champions Leagues and all that lot, yeah, do not accept for anything mediocre. Don't accept mediocrity. Because if you want to accept mediocrity, go and support someone like Dagenham and Redbridge or, I don't know, Southend United. Some bloody team like that. Don't lower your standards just because the media have. Think for yourself, people. Because you can see through your eyes that if the performances are shit, they're shit. Don't look for excuses. Oh, but they tried. They tried. I'm sorry. If you're Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, trying is not good enough. You have to win trophies. Yeah, you have to do it. You have to. It's as simple as that. See, people say, oh, but you set the standards a bit too high. Yeah, but it's because your team can do things. Teams like that, you've seen them win stuff. And just because people say, oh, but they're on the transitional period. Yeah, even then, just don't lower your standards. Just don't. Just because the media are. And it's like they're trying to reward failure. In fact, it's like as if they're trying to reward failure more than success. It's not on. It's not on. And but you had some person say, oh, but your teams are not. You're not Real Madrid. You're not Juventus. No, we're not. But that doesn't mean that we have to lower the standards just because the standards in other countries, successful countries like Italy and Spain, just because the standards are high. And people say, oh, but just don't be like them. No, the type of football we play in England is completely different. But that doesn't mean that you have to like lower the standards of the football club. Like say, praise your team when it's worth it. But you also got to criticise it at the same time, because if you don't criticise, then things will just stagnate and the quality of the football will just decrease. It'll just keep lowering itself. The thing is, Alex Ferguson, when he was the manager of United, he absolutely bollocked their players when he thought they played shit. There were games where they won, but he was not happy at all with the performances. He gave them a right proper bollocking, like the hair dry treatment. And for that, no wonder why they won all those Premier League trophies and 2 Champions Leagues under his reign. There's a reason why United are as successful as that, because those managers had standards. If you're a manager that doesn't have standards and rewarding failure and blaming everyone else for your problems, get the fuck out that football club. It doesn't matter which team you are, get the fuck out. If you want to see your team play well, if you want the standards to be raised, go ahead. But if you accept the mediocrity and just are more interested in the money than the sport, just fucking leave the sport. You're set for life. Do not get another job. You're fine. Because they're like raking £300,000 a week. Money like that should go to NHS, like workers, doctors, and all that, because they save lives. Football don't. But that's the problem. The English media in football, they're more interested in spinning PR than they are about the sport. Yeah, they've got to shove politics in it when it's not necessary. So we have we have the Black Lives Matter thing. We have to rainbow laces shoes and all that lot. The thing is, you don't need to tell people that people should just think for themselves. And they should just think for themselves. And even if these people don't agree with one another, just respect one another. It's as simple as that. Just respect. Don't force people to respect everyone. Don't force them, let people think for themselves. Because if you try and force people to do something, they'll do the exact opposite because they're sick to death of being spoon-fed this crap. You know, it's annoying. Other football teams around the world, like other football leagues in like Germany, Spain, Denmark, whatever, they don't need this bloody bollocks. They don't need it. But people's like, oh, but we've got to get the message across because the Premier League is the most viewed football league in the world. It is the most viewed league. Just don't fucking force politics down people's throat. We're not interested. And then you wonder why a lot of people are like unsubscribing from Sky and like cancelling the Sky Sports package and all that lot. Because no one wants to be forced into. No one should be forced into having corporate opinions. You shouldn't be. Think for yourselves, people. Think for yourselves. I know I say this in a lot of videos, but like I say, I wish people were a bit more honest instead of being like controlled what to think and say, yeah, we're not all robots. It's like some people. It's like if they're controlled to have certain beliefs. They're controlled to listen to certain music and certain films, whatever. Think for yourself. Don't let the media tell you what to do. The only person who should tell you what to do is yourself. It's as simple as that. It really is. Anyway, so we'll just move on from that. And now, I don't know. The other day, I was rummaging through some of the stuff in the house, and yeah, I knew I had this somewhere, but for the longest time I couldn't find it. And then the other day, there it was, and that is my Sony Discman. I know this thing is. I'm not sure how old this thing is. I think it's about 25 years old. Thing still works. But yeah, I know it's a Sony Discman and it's got like mega bass on it, so you get some good quality sound. And yeah, and surprisingly, the thing still works. The thing still works. And also, I have this. This is actually older than me. Yeah, so I got an old Sony Walkman. That one also has mega bass on it, so the sound quality's good. The thing is, this thing's a bit temperamental because of its age. This thing's from like, I'm not sure, probably the late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, this thing's a bit temperamental. The radio on it still works fine, but playing cassettes on it is a bit temperamental. So yeah, but yeah, the Discman. Considering I hadn't used it in years, I'm surprised it worked. Surprised it still works. And yeah, I say it works flawlessly. And to test it out, I thought, I don't know, I thought I'd try try one of the CDs, and I found this, which is like an old Now CD, which is now that's what I call music. 45, released in 2000. So yeah, and the most ironic thing about Now 45 is it's got 45 songs. Yeah, there's 22 songs on disc 1 and 23 on the others. So there we go. Yeah, so I'll just go through the track listings and mention some of the songs that give a quick opinion on the songs. So yeah, first song on it is Rise by Gabrielle. Yeah, like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of Gabrielle, but I know my mum likes her stuff. But yeah, it's the song Rise. I know I can't remember. Wasn't this song in the film? I can't remember. But yeah, a pretty decent song by Gabrielle, but I think her best song's probably Dreams. You know that one, Dreams Can Come True, that one. Number 2 is Mel C featuring Lisa Left Eye Lopez with Never Be the Same Again, which is of course Sporty Spice, yes, Spice Girls, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez from the girl group TLC. And this, like I say, this was the year 2000. I think this. No, what do you mean? I think no. This was a number 1 hit. I know this came out a year after. Well, it came out a year before Lisa Lopez passed away in 2001. But yeah, Mel C. It's an alright song, but I wasn't really the biggest fan of the Spice Girls. Though I think the only member I really liked was Baby Spice, which is Emma Bunton. That's it. Number 3 is Craig David with Fill Me In. I mean, I actually quite liked this music at the time. I actually quite liked Craig David. What the fuck is he? Craig David, Fill Me In. It's a pretty good song, but not my favourite. You know, it's just fine. Britney Spears was with Born to Make You Happy. Nah, I've never been the fan of Britney though. But I mean, for the longest time, she was like the biggest, like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, female pop star of all time. Other than that, now it's Taylor Swift. But yeah, we've had that run where we had like Madonna, then there was Britney Spears, now Taylor Swift. Backstreet Boys with Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely. That was a bit of a mouthful. Backstreet Boys, I loved their music when I was a kid. Not anymore, because like I say, I had no music taste back then, I've got to be honest with you. Lene Marlin with Sitting Down Here, which is of course, I mean, now this is a pretty good song. Now we'll actually what I might do in the description of the video, if there's songs that I quite like or I recommend, I may put links to them in the description. So yeah, but this song was actually pretty good. I actually liked that one when I was a kid as well. Yeah, and she's from Norway. But yeah, it's one of those ones like, oh yeah, I don't know the title of it, but when you listen to it, yeah, you know it straight away. It's a very good song. Number 7 is Tom Jones and the Stereophonics with Mama Told Me Not to Come. Mama told me not to come. That's what she said. She told me not to come. No, behave yourself. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, Tom Jones is one of the GOATs. Let's be honest, he is the GOAT. Yeah, one of the greatest of all time. Yeah, one of the best from, obviously probably the best like Welsh singer of all time. And obviously you got the Stereophonics, also Welsh. So you can't really you can't complain. It's a pretty good song. Not my favourite, but you know what I mean. Number 8 is Shania Twain with Man, I Feel Like a Woman, which of course that song was in the UK charts in '99, but I think it was a bit later on in that year, so that's why it's on this CD. Yeah, Shania Twain, not the biggest fan, I'm afraid. Next we have another Spice Girl member in Jerry Halliwell, yeah, Ginger Spice, yeah, with the song Bag It Up, which again that was quite a big hit. I remember that, but I'm not sure if it's one. I'm not saying it's a favourite of mine. It's alright, it's mediocre. So that's that. S Club 7 with You're My Number One. Yeah, I don't know. I probably haven't heard this one in a while, and I played again. I mean, the thing is, I loved them when I was a kid. Even though I'm not a fan nowadays, like I say, I mean, sometimes some of the music just takes me back to that sort of time. But yeah, my favourite member of S Club 7 was Tina. Yeah, the dark-haired one. I thought she was proper stunning then. I mean, she was one of my earliest crushes, like Even, yeah, Rachel Stevens as well, obviously in S Club 7. But yeah, You're My Number One. It's, I don't know, it's one of the weaker ones. I think the best song S Club 7 did was probably, I don't know. They'll probably Reach for the Stars or Bring It All Back to You, that one. Next we have Aqua. Yeah, those wankers who did Barbie Girl, yeah. Yeah, with the song Cartoon Heroes. Now the thing is with Aqua, they've only done one song I like, and that is Turn Back Time. Their other stuff, no. Yeah, next is Venga Boys with Shala La La La. Yeah, not one of the best ones from the Venga Boys, but I did. I mean, one of the first CDs I got as a kid was Venga Boys, believe it or not. Yeah, I used to like listening to them when I was a kid. Everyone knows the fucking Venga bus is moving. Dee 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 dee. But yeah, I mean, this one, probably one of the weakest ones that they did, but yeah. And number 13, Daphne and Celeste with Ooh Stick You. Now this song was fucking shit, and it's honestly it was bad then, and it's just as terrible now. Yeah, I know it was that phase where it was like the type of pop music. It was called bubblegum pop. And yeah, songs like that were just. I mean, songs like that for the most part were absolutely putrid, and this, unfortunately, is the worst of the worst. Hear that one? Hear that one? Ooh, stick you, your mama too. Hear that one? Number 14 is Atomic Kitten with Sia. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I'm not really the biggest fan of girl groups or anything like that, but I don't. If I had to pick a girl band, I'd probably say that Atomic Kitten were probably my favourite, if not All Saints. But yeah, you can't really go wrong with Atomic Kitten as the Scousers. Yeah. Yeah, my favourite from Atomic Kitten was it was either Jenny or Liz. I can't fucking remember, but I like them. I like both of them. 15 is Madison Avenue with Don't Call Me Baby. Yeah, another. I mean, this was a classic dance song that was played quite a bit back then. Good song, but it's one of those ones that just got overplayed. It still gets played an awful lot today as well. Song 16 is Marty McCutcheon with Love Me. Yeah, obviously Marty McCutcheon, yeah, she was in EastEnders as Tiffany. Everyone knows that she was with Grant. Yeah, Grant Mitchell. But yeah, obviously, but I mean, the biggest hit that she did was Perfect Moment from 99. But yeah, Love Me by her. Nah, not for me, I'm sorry. Not for me. Yeah. Song 17 is Steps, Say You'll Be Mine. Now, I've got to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Steps. I mean, I loved them as a kid. But I got to be honest with you, Say You'll Be Mine. I actually don't mind that song by them. I actually don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. It's one of my favourites by them. I think the best song they did, in my opinion, was Stomp. Yeah, Stomp in the 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, I actually don't mind that one by Steps. Number 18 is Honeys with Won't Take Your Lying Down. Yeah, pretty good girl group from London, yeah. But obviously their biggest hit was Finally Found, which came out before this. Not bad. Yeah. And number 19 is Precious, yeah, with Rewind. Yeah, another London girl group. And believe it or not, they had the Eurovision. They represented us for the Eurovision Song Contest in '99 with the song Say It Again. But this one, like, yeah, it weren't bad. This song, Rewind, is a bit shit, so, yeah. Number 20 is Montel Jordan with Get It On Tonight. Yeah, obviously everyone knows Montel Jordan, mostly for that song, This Is How We Do It. But yeah, this song, not for me, I'll be honest with you. Fierce, yeah, another London girl group. But yeah, with the cover of the song Sweet Love, which of course that was originally a song from the 80s. Yeah, but it's not one of my favourites, if I'm being honest with you. And the last song on here, on disc 1, is Boyzone with Every Day I Love You More. In my opinion, every time I listen to the song, I love it less, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I like Boyzone. I liked some of Boyzone songs when I was a kid, like No Matter What. But yeah, I wasn't really the biggest fan of Boyzone, though. I didn't mind Stephen Gately before he took his own life. I'm trying to think, it was about 15 years ago. Yeah. So that's that. Disc number 2. So the first song on disc 2 is Chicane featuring Bryan Adams with Don't Give It Up. And you know what? I've never been the biggest fan of Bryan Adams, but this song is an absolute banger. It is. And I'll put it in the description below as well. It's an absolute tune. If you're into like your dance and trance music of that time, yeah, it's worth it. As is song number 2, yeah, Fragma with Toka's Miracle, which is of course, everyone knows the song as I Need a Miracle. Another banging tune. I'd recommend that, but most of you know it. Song 3 is Moloko with The Time Is Now. Not my favourite song by her. I prefer the song Sing It Back, yeah. Yeah, Sing It Back, Bring It Back, yeah, from 99. Number 4 is Artful Dodger featuring Craig David, yeah, Rewind. Yeah, rewind. When the crowd say Bo Selector, if I fucking hell remember that one. But yeah, that song for me when I was a kid was a tune. Not one of my favourites nowadays, but it's fine. Number 5. Now this is one of those songs that I played to fucking death when I was a kid. I still play it quite a bit now. Yeah. DJ Luck featuring MC Neat with A Little Bit of Luck. Oh my god. It's one of those songs that I used to proper bounce to it. I probably won't be able to bounce to it now. I'll just run to if I did it, I'll probably just knock myself out unconscious. So that's that. But yeah, tune. Absolute tune. The same cannot be said for the next song. I hate this one. Cisco with Fong's Song here. Jesus fucking Christ, this song was terrible. Yeah. Yeah, enough said. Everyone knows that one. Number 7 is Jamelia featuring Beanie Man with Money. I mean, Jamelia, most people probably know her for the song Superstar, but that came out a bit later than that. Beanie Man, yeah, he's done some good songs. Unfortunately, this is not one of them, so in my opinion, it's a skip. Number 8 is Khalees with Caught Out There. Yeah, that one where she's like saying, I hate you so much right now. Well, not a bad song, but not one of my favourites. But everyone knows the song Milkshake by her, yeah. Number 9, another fucking tune. Now, another one I absolutely loved as a kid, still do now. Artful Dodger and Ramina Johnson with Moving Too Fast. Yeah, massive tune that was back there like that. Number 10 is New Generation with In Your Arms, which is a remix of the 60s song Rescue Me. It's not one of the best ones. I'd probably avoid it. Number 11 is Basement Jaxx with Bingo Bango. Obviously, Basement Jaxx, I grew up with their music. I always liked their stuff. Not my favourite song by them. I mean, there's a few songs I prefer by them, like Red Alert, which is probably their most prolific hit. Romeo's a good one. Rendezvous. And what was another one by them I like? Oh yeah, Where's Your Head At? Be a class songs. But yeah, Bingo Bango is still very good, but not my favourite by them. Number 12 is ATB with Killer 2000. Another trance song, decent, not one of my favourites. Number 13 is Sash with Adelante. I probably pronounced that completely wrong. I mispronounced it. I don't fucking care. Fuck it, it doesn't matter. Number 14, Watergate, Heart of Asia, which is a trance version of the song. A trance version of the song of Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, yeah. And also, you probably know that song if you played International Karate on the Commodore 64. Yeah, it's that bit where it's like D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D. Yeah, I don't like that bit. But yeah, it's a pretty good trance song. Number 15, Progress presents The Boy Wonder Everybody. Fine, not one of my favourites. Number 16 is Lock and Load with Blow Your Mind. Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's fine, not one of my favourites. Number 17, obviously, number 17 is from one of the biggest films of that year in UK. So yeah, the song is Precious Brats featuring Kevin and Perry with Big Girl, which is obviously from the film Kevin and Perry Go Large. Yeah, it's that song where he says all I want to do is do it. But yeah, that film, I absolutely love Kevin and Perry Go Large. I mean, I was a fan of the original Kevin and Perry like sketches in Harry Enfield and Chums. But yeah, I've watched that film God knows how many times. I mostly watch the film not because it's Kevin and Perry, but the soundtrack in it is absolutely fantastic. It's all like trance music, so you can't complain. And see, I don't just like rock music, because some of my music taste is a bit eclectic. Number 18 is the Tampere featuring Maya with Hammer to the Heart. I'd rather take a fucking hammer to the head, because this song makes me want to fucking do that. It's shit. Cuban Boys with C versus I. Fine. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Number 20 is Robbie Williams with It's Only Us. And if you've played the game FIFA 2000 on the PlayStation, you will know that song straight away, because that's the song that is used on the intro for that game. I mean, I don't mind some of Robbie Williams' songs. And this one, when I was a kid, I used to get quite excited. But yeah, number 21 is Blink-182 with All the Small Things, which is probably the song most people know by them. I mean, I liked Blink-182 as a kid. Not as much now, but yeah. Number 22 is Moby with Natural Blues. And yeah, Moby, yeah, I quite like some of his music. I think my favourite song by him is probably Porcelain. That's that. And then number 23, this song must have been reissued in the chart that year. Was it one of the greatest songs ever created, one of the best songs ever written, and it's from a certain Beatles member who's no longer with us, obviously, and that is John Lennon with Imagine. So yeah, everyone knows that song. Absolutely fan-flipping-tastic. Fantastic. How the hell did I manage to butcher saying a simple word like fantastic? But you know, it is what it is. Your brain sometimes does one thing. Sometimes you say one thing, but then your brain's like, you know what? We'll just mix it up with something completely different. Yeah. Well, is it like Monty Python? And now for something completely different. Yeah. But yeah, the reason why I found that CD is because I wanted to like test it to see if this one still works, which it does. So I'm happy about that. So I'll just put the CD back down. There we go. So how about that, people? I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I was meant to be doing one yesterday, but I got a bit distracted and ended up doing other stuff. But yeah, I thought I'd do one today. I thought I'd do one just before the Liverpool game at 3 o'clock. Yeah, we're playing Brentford. That will not be an easy game as it's at their stadium. So yeah, I think I will wrap it up here. And I hope you've all enjoyed this. And I will see you all very, very soon. Take care.